Well, what we've seen this weekend from all the Tory candidates who want to be leader of their party is £200 billion of unfunded spending commitments. And my challenge to them is say precisely where that money is coming from. Is it going to be cut? If so, what's going to be cut? Because we need to know. Is it going to be borrowing? If so, where are you borrowing from? How much are you borrowing? Or is it just the magic money tree? The contrast between the circus at the top of the Tory party and the Labour Party couldn't be greater. We've set out costed funding commitments and explained exactly where the money is coming from. They've just spent more than the budget of the NHS in one weekend without saying where the money is coming from. At conference last year, we set out very clearly what the tax principles that we'll apply will be, the fiscal rules. That's absolutely clear. It's been there for the best part of a year. And as we've announced policy, we've explained where the money is coming from. I gave some examples this morning, but they are the approach that we take. Contrast that to those that want to take over at the top of the Tory party, who are pretending, by the way, that they didn't play their part in 15 tax rises, pretending that they didn't play their part in 12 years of stagnation that's left us stuck with an economy that's not working, prices and inflation through the roof, wages stuck for a decade or so. I want to have a fair tax system, and I want to reduce the burden on working people and make sure that income, wherever it's come from, is taxed fairly. They're the principles that we'll apply going into the election. We understand why every penny of taxpayers' money has to be looked after and spent wisely. It's why we've been so critical of the government for the stagnant economy, so critical of the government for the money that they have wasted. Billions of pounds have been lost during the pandemic, and they're not even going after that money. So I think the contrast on the economy between the two parties is now very, very stark. Well, Rishi Sunak introduced 15 tax rises. So how on earth can he start lecturing anybody about tax? We've got the highest tax burden now for decades in the middle of a cost of living crisis. So everybody knows their bills are going up. Everybody knows whether it's fuel, food or energy, they're having to pay more. And the government has imposed higher taxes on them at this critical time. We've said that's wrong. Rishi Sunak did it. So I don't think that he can now pretend that he's just arrived from the moon and it's nothing to do with him.